Hi, I'm John from Banana Baby, and in this video we are going to take a look at the brand new Cybex Priam 2022. So, what we have here on display at the moment is the Cybex Priam in the rose gold frame with the black seat. You can also get this in the black frame, which this area here will be black with black handles, and you can get it in the chrome frame where this will be chrome and this will be a different shade of brown. Now, then you also get the choice of fabric. So at the moment, what we're showing here is the black fabric. You can get it in the grey, and also it's available in the blue as well. There are limited editions that will come out, but essentially you will get to choose the 3 different frames and whatever fabric that is going to be available. Okay, so let's get started. So let's look at what's noticeably different between this year's model to last year's model. So the first thing you will notice is it almost looks the same from the outside, but it's just minor little details because the pram, the Cybex Priam, was already a beautiful pram. So the minor adjustments they done was obviously the cup holder used to be down here. They moved it up from here up to here. Well, of course, most people are carrying their drinks. They like to be reachable at a comfortable height. So it was moved from here up to here. So this is more a realistic way of how people like to use it. The next thing we notice that's different is the logos of the Cybex logos are now more evident, which is good because it is a beautiful brand. It is, you want to show it. It is nice. The finishes are always nice. I mean, it continues on. Mind you, this is the Cybex Platinum range, so you will see the nice finishes, the nice stitching, and of course, the good quality fabric and workmanship. So on top of that, you will see minor little differences. So obviously the way the seat was put on was very different. Obviously they had to change that for the reason that this now has a different buckle system. So let's look at that now. The previous, hold on, before we go anywhere else, the previous buckle system, you have to hold several of the mechanism, the buckles, and then insert it in at the one time. They now changed it that you can put each strap on at the same individual times. On top of that, it now has a nice shiny buckle system. So now it's actually a nice looking logo, which is what everyone in Australia wanted, in the last 2 years. But obviously due to some regulations or something, they had to do some changes. But now we finally got it. So let's have a look. So this one here, to let it go, in the past you have to push the button from the back and the front to make that happen. Now we just do it from the front. So I'm going to push the logo here from the front, and you find that they all break apart. So that's a good safety feature. There's no choking or any hazards when it all breaks apart. Now, as I said, in the previous model, you had to join these two together, hold it in your fingers together, and then insert it in at the same time. That's no longer the case with the latest 2022 model. So what we need to do now is just individually, we just put that in. So it goes in all by itself, and then this one can go in independently by itself. And then again, we can do it over here, this one, and then again, this one. So each individual one can go in by itself. And now, all the prams out there are kind of fixed straps. So basically that's what it is. As your child grows, you might make the strap a little bit longer. No, the latest Cybex seat is actually really clever. It almost works like a car seat. So it has a feature where this little strap here, that will tighten the harness. And then if I go along here, I'm going to push the button through this little hole here, and then pull here. You notice how that loosens it? So it allows you to have more space to put the child in. So I'm going to do that again. It's all roomy. Let me get a baby and you can have a look. So, this is our test baby. We're going to put baby in. Baby in. Like this. Baby in. Like this. Baby in. Like this one. And we've got another one here. Okay, notice how this is all loose. Okay, so we can, all we need to do now with this model, just like a normal car seat, we just pull. Notice how that tightens? We'll do that again. That loosens. It's all loose, nice and easy, makes it comfortable to put the child in. But we need to tighten it, so we just pull to tighten. So pretty cool, eh? But you might have noticed, oh no, why is this strap so high up? It is, with some of the other prams out there, there's different slots. So, you know, you put it down at the lowest slot as the child is small, and then you move it up to different slots. Look, this model is quite clever. You adjust it all from the front. So I'm just going to loosen this at the moment here. Behind this harness, there is a thick plastic thing. I don't know if you can see, there is some plastic here. So basically you just push to lower it. So I'm going to push it to get lower, push it to get lower. You see how this is lower? It used to be up there. And now I just pushed it to get down to the lower point, lowest point. And then now I'm going to tighten. And no, rather than the point of where the harness goes in being up here, it's now down here. So it's actually a more realistic way of doing things. It's actually a fantastic design. No pram out there has ever came up with something as close as this. This is superb. Now, one thing you might have noticed, the buckle system's here, you know, so one of the staff here reckon, this is a bit uncomfortable to the child, the thick plastic here. It doesn't actually matter because part of the design is this really long buckle actually covers it. As your child gets bigger, it comes out, it actually covers it, so they shouldn't feel this hard plastic here, which is again, it's actually, I think it's part of the design. It's quite clever, but I do love the look of this. It is beautiful and it does work. So let's put this aside for now, baby out. Let's put this back in and I'll show you some other features of this lovely pram. Okay, so let's put it back. Much easier than the previous year's model and much better looking as well. We got that, let's tighten it. Now, the other thing you probably noticed I played with is the bumper bar. So the bumper bar can stay on, or you can take it off, or you can take it fully off. Up to you how you want to use, because as the child gets bigger, you will start taking it off. But ultimately, it is nice to have the bumper bar on, and that's it. Okay, now let's look at the seat. So obviously, one of the key features with Cybex is the ability to lie the seat flat. That's what they call a true flat position. Not many prams can do that. A lot of prams can pivot, but they maintain that V shape. This one actually lies flat. So it is suitable from newborn to 22 kilograms. So you can have a child sleeping like this very comfortably. Obviously, you have a nice canopy. Actually, let's look at it in an upright position so you can see the canopy. So this is the footrest is adjustable, just on the two sides. And look, if you find this annoying, there is a little hole for it to hide it. So just tuck it in to hide it if you want to. I'm sure that's part of the design, but I think most parents would just leave it out. Okay, so the canopy here, there is extra sun visor. So it comes out. You will notice a nice little details with the Cybex little badge on the side here, really nice. And well, obviously you probably want a little bit more than this canopy, so you can expand it. So let's unzip the section. And you can see the canopy is massive. On top of that, once you open it up fully, you can open up further and then you will reveal that there is a mesh window to look at your baby. It also allows extra ventilation. Now, so to recline it, it's just a little button at the back. So we do this, recline. To turn the seat around, it's very nice. So this hasn't changed. What they have is memory buttons. So you don't have to click two buttons at the same time to flip it. So I just go one button, go to the other side. Now I'm just going to lift it. Lift it up, turn the seat around. Again, the child can face you. And in the early years, the child can sleep in a flat position facing you. Now, in terms of folding, let's turn it back. You can't fold a seat in a real position. The seat has to be folded in a forward position. So I'm just going to turn this around. Firstly, you can fold a seat with the seat on, or you can fold a seat with the seat off. So I'm going to fold it with the seat on just to show you. So all we need to do is use this recline feature. I'm going to flick it forward. You don't need to worry about the handlebar. It just folds itself, okay? I'm going to put the brake on. When you get better, you don't need the brake on. It works very easily. So there's two buttons. There's a button here that goes up and down. You know, so it's the handlebar. If you're short, you might want it closer to you, so it's a bit more comfortable. If you're tall, have it further up, because then you can walk more comfortable. Also, it's aligned to where your height is, but also it stops you from tripping on the axle. Now we go like this, and that's the furthest it will go down on a normal usage rig. But to fold the pram, there's also another button just underneath here. So I'm going to press the button with my thumb and this button, and then you can see it's going down further. Now you can see there's two little black buttons down here. I'm just going to push it in. You hear a click. And to fold it, I'm going to just pull it towards me. Now this is what they call a half fold. So you can leave it like this and it will stand. It will be nice in a restaurant, so it's not hogging up as much space. But to fully fold it, there's many ways to do it, but what I like to do is just use a bit of the weight of the gravity. So I'm just going to pull it, let it come down, and then just lift it into the car. Now, and then to open it, I'm just going to pull this up. So this handle here, I'm just going to lift up, and that's it. It's open, and then I go like that. That's open. Okay, so now I'm going to fold it with the seats off. So what you need to do is just flip the seats like that. Remember, memory buttons, you don't have to do both at the same time. There is a handle for the seats. I'm just going to grab the handle, put that in the boot of your car or wherever you like. Now watch the folding again. It's very easy once you know how to do it. So put the brake on as usual. The handle, there's two buttons, one underneath, one here. So I'm going to go like this. Like this, half fold, done. And that's it. You just lift it and take it into the car. Now you're probably wondering how heavy these are. We can look at the spec, or I'm going to do this. I am going to do the real weight. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fold it. And I'm using this measure. I'm going to see what the real weight is. Come on. So let's do this. So what do we got here? So the frame itself is 7.8 kilograms. About 7.8, 7.9 kilograms, okay? Now let's see how much does the seat weigh. So just take it from the handle here. Oh boy. Oops, hold on, I need to zero it first. So the seat is precisely 5 kilograms. So that's not too bad. The seat is quite heavy because the seat has quite a nice function to it. And look, let me just finish by showing you other nice features of the Priam besides the fantastic workmanship. The functions are really nice. Okay, so the front wheels have suspension. You can see these little gold springs here. You push it down, that's got front wheel suspension. It also has back wheel suspensions. You can see the little gold springs here. You push it down, you can see the suspension in action. The handlebar is adjustable, as we said, to different angles. The shopping basket, now it's elegant, it's nice and small when you don't have anything, where you don't have a lot to carry. But if you do, that's fine, just flick it open, it becomes nice and big. So you actually got storage for lots of stuff, or nothing as well. It's up to you how much you want to store. Now, when you're packing these away and you need extra space, one of the important things to do is being able to take the wheels out. So let me just move this seat off first, like this. So, if you're packed away and you need to take the wheels off for whatever reason, long big holidays, you need to pack it in the car. To take the back wheels off, there is the buttons for that is just underneath here. So I'm going to push the button and the wheel comes off. And you just take that, it goes back in. Beautiful wheels, spins really nicely. One of the good things about the Cybex Priam, it's just very smooth to push. It's just fantastic to push. Now, the front wheels are lockable. So to take it out is these buttons here. So you see how this little button here, so I'm going to flick it to the side, flick it, and that comes out. And that goes back in. Now the front wheels can be locked. You know, like all prams, you can lock the front wheel if you're walking a bit too fast. The locking mechanism, hold on, is just directly here. So I'm going to flick it and you can see a pin that comes out. So I'll do this. You see how this one can keep going, keep going. I'm going to lock it now. That's locked. I can't actually. So this is good for if you're in a really rough terrain or if you're going a little bit fast and you want to lock the wheel. But seriously, I don't see the point in locking the wheel, you know, not for a four-wheeler pram. But that's up to you. It's the features there if you need it, okay? And that's it. So, so this, when you're getting this one, you also get the rain cover, and you get these Noon adapters. Now these Noon adapters, these adapters are a little bit different. They got a little this lip here, but this is actually part of the lock. So if I had this locked down, I actually can't put it in. It's actually really tight. So just with the Noon ones, just flick it out because that's part of the locking mechanism. So I'm going to slot it in. You see how that goes in nicely. So that's good because that stops me from hitting the button, but also even if I flick it out, I can't take it out easily. I need to now press the extra button. So it's a good locking mechanism. So this Noon one, it's an improvement with this little extra lock. So this one is the adapter for the capsule, which we'll do in another review, and then you can also put the Noon carry cot in it. So if you ever put the Noon carry cot in this, what would happen now is your carry cot now is going to be 12 centimeters higher than what it previously was. So in our next video, we will show you how we're going to interact this with the capsules and also the carry cot. So for now, let's just pack this up and let's see how this lovely pram looks. Okay, like this. Okay, so here is the Cybex Priam, and it's available now in Australia from our store at Banana Baby. So watch out for our next video where we're going to show you more features of it against other capsule and also with the carry cot. So thank you for watching this video.